Both teams are 1-0 in Big Ten play this year, having played an earlier matchup
into the net. So they want to defend, they want to get a quick outlet. That player right there, Holloway, she's the quarterback, she's the floor leader. They need her on the floor to make them push.
Area Fenn show and go.
Program wins for Kim and her program. They would really continue to set new standards.
The roller, Grabovskaya ties the game.
Nice lob for Grabovskaya to the bucket.
Nice pass from Von Oelhoffen. Marshall drops it in.
That's the vision that Von Oelhoffen brings to this team. The leader does, and they can feed her on that back door.
For starting last year, women's college basketball, no restricted area. So that is legal guarding position. As Camp Schrader rattles it home. To play against her high school teammate at Long Island Lutheran, Silas Swords, who's out today with a lower leg injury. Two won a state title together at Long Island Lutheran in New York. Camp Schrader lining another one up.
Illegal screen, so you've got to be careful. It's also the ball handler as well.
Watkins using the Marshall screen. Marshall flashes open. Showing some composure. No call. Layup.
Well, that was just beautiful. I mean, Juju Watkins hits Rhea Martin.
Nicole Murray, Doug Knight, Nicole.
Three-pointers against Akron, and that is what she needs to continue to do, is look for her shot. It's big that she's picking up points. Remember, Swords is out, and she gives you 15 points a game.
Watkins shot block. Marshall follows it up. Area Fenn follows that up. Slicing in, Camp Schrader. She has really unlocked her game. Area Fenn once more. Offensive rebound, Kennedy Smith. Watkins going to work. Heckel tees it up. It's good. Holloway looking for the answer. And here comes Juju Watkins at the controls for the Trojans. Spots up, looking for her first points. She has them.
Is done with this program and where she's going, the way her freshmen are playing, but you can tell leaders are leading. The veterans are stepping up. They're doing what they need to do. Everybody's playing their Oklahoma, the 10th ranked team at the time, held them to 20 points under their average.
Numbers doesn't care. Got a good shot up there, but missed it. Around the back. Smith, no. Put back, Area Fenn.
That bucket back, what a move. I don't know, 370 shots. I'm pretty decent at math. Just between the two of them, a lot of players are going to pay a lot of attention to them, but they know that other players on their team are open.
Crossover. High finish and a great job by Mila Holloway.
Holloway, who had 20 points against Oklahoma, 7 of 9, 5 steals, 6 rebounds. What a line for her.
Michigan back within 4. Talia Von Oelhoffen. Drop off. Marshall. Shot swallowed up. Watkins again.
Yeah, she's getting hot, right? She's just getting hot in that mid-range.
Michigan just giving it away. Kiki, Area Fenn. Contact. Going the other way. It is 3 charges drawn by Michigan and 3 fouls on Area Fenn. That's a big storyline as Hobbs connects on a 3. What a couple of possessions.
Nice. And gives Olsen the ball and then gets a little screen. She kind of fades off, a little flare.
Kennedy Smith for 2.
Was UConn, because that was her target to get back to playing, and she set that on her own, and she in fact did it. And if you watch that UConn,
putting the ball in Jordan Hobbs' hands here recently. Van Timmeren back to Hobbs. She hits another 3. Jordan Hobbs is
16 threes, had 19 points and 8 boards. She can really shoot the rock.
And she's been a senior rock out of Springboro, Ohio, on a team with a whole lot of freshmen. Watkins and Olivia Olsen looking for her first points today. Michigan's leading scorer coming in. Pushing it. Quarles Daniels had it, lost it, and USC was out of bounds there. It was going to be a held ball, but Heckles.
It's it alive under bounce, or excuse me, under the bucket for Michigan.
Hobbs off the inbounds, 4-3 for Jordan Hobbs. And found some good cohesion between the four of them. And Hobbs making such an impact, helping lead the... Certainly felt like the Trojans have control, but Michigan hanging around, and Hobbs picks up 2 more. What a first half. Clear that the foul, the contact occurred before the shot clock.
50-50 ball, winning that ball on the floor. She also, the fact that they can tell she's stronger, some more muscle. You can see that she's refined that move. It was already really good last year, but she's
Wolverines ball.
4 seconds left. Olsen spins, half-court heave. Oh, that was not that far offline for a highly difficult shot, and great resiliency.
Kim also said she's just so grateful to have, parents like the Hobbs parents, and then of course, it says Queen on it, so we have to ask, and she won those practice points, meaning she just had a great week of practice, and so she totaled the most points for drills and basic things that they keep score for in practice. She gets to wear it, and AJ, you and I both agree that's not the first time. Did right there just for a split second. See that little stutter step by Watkins? Kind of got Holloway to step up, get out of her defensive stance.
Foul called out top on that Watkins dribble move.
Yeah, you got to.
Any Michigan players capable of bringing the ball up the court, except for maybe Grabovskaya, comes up and sets the screen. Here is Olsen. Grabovskaya, the Middle Tennessee transfer originally. She's getting more minutes this year than she got last year. Middle Tennessee is Marshall. Great show and go move. Up against #1 UCLA, who had that blowout win earlier today against Nebraska. That's 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. Big Ten Network. Howell, quick answer for USC. Olsen 78% from the line, by the way. Those free throw misses. Another turnover. 2-on-1. Marshall. Foul called. Bucket good. Roof would have come off instead. Quarles Daniels missed it. Gets it back. Missed it again. And the third try is good and one. Everyone take a breath. Her game. Well, she's trying to match up not just with the...
Off the bounce, and she's close to getting a shot. She stays within that shot. She stays within that motion. She stays within when she wants to attack the basket. She draws a lot of fouls just with that mindset alone.
#1 at drawing fouls in the conference, about 7. In the first quarter, hasn't scored since.
It was a big spark, and yeah, you're right. She's just been so quiet since.
Going for more here. There she is, Greta Kemp-Schrader. Them talk about how much that close loss in their opener against, at the time, #1 South Carolina set the tone for the rest of their season. They learned.
Like, oh gosh, no, I don't know about that. I'm not really sure I want to start with that team. No, these players.
In a game now without Swords due to injury. Olsen has been quiet. They've turned the ball over 18 times. They're still just down by 4. Here's Olsen. She's fouled and puts it in. 2024 Minnesota Gatorade Player of the Year, who also made the game-winning save and penalty. Feels like she's comfortable laying out. Hits the free throw. It's loose. Dug up by Marshall. She turns and banks it in.
She's been big.
Watkins seems to rise to the occasion when playing ranked opponents.
A lot of people don't know there's a lot of work that is put in when the lights are off and everybody goes home after a game or after practice. Everybody's left the game and
last year the consensus National Freshman of the Year, Ann Myers-Drysdale Shooting Guard of the Year. Pretty much every honor you could possibly capture for a freshman coming in.
And, those are the sacrifices Juju Watkins is willing to make to better her game so that her team can win.
Unite with her former teammate for a year, going up against Talia von Oelhoffen. They crossed over. Just caught a look at Kim Barnes-Arico. Where does Michigan have to go?
They're down by, right now, by 5, could be 6 here, make it 6.
Watkins and Rhea Marshall are responsible for all but 2 of USC's points in this quarter.
Bucket.
And when you get just
To Matt Lickey, our director, with that great finish there on Juju Watkins, showing that emotion. Great shot, great camera work there.
off to Iriafen, who's back in there. Slicing in, easy 2 for Iriafen. Rebound, Iriafen. Watkins attack mode, Howell. Rebound, Iriafen. Put back is in for Tiki Iriafen. USC a run.
It can be a very good thing, and you can see what it does to open the lane up. And that's the second time we've seen that in just the last couple minutes.
Told me that Lindsey Gottlieb was bringing the energy for this USC team. The veteran leadership, in particular, Iriafen. She brings buckets, but brings the joy.
Up game really improved when she was at Stanford. I mean, she made leaps and bounds in her square-up, face-up game.
Holloway stepping to her side. Watkins builds the lead even further. USC up by 20.
When you think about what goes into scouting and game playing against Juju Watkins, you have to ask yourself the question, how do you guard Juju Watkins?
We've seen that tonight. Michigan providing some different challenges, hanging around in a hard-fought game, but then USC's found the answers late. Iriafen turns around and scores again. And taken away by Samuels. USC piling it on. Howell. Now, understandable for Michigan to let this one kind of fall out of control late with a missing sword. Still 31 points for Juju Watkins, 13 for 14 from the free throw line. Jordan Hobbs flips it up and in.
I'm so glad to see Olsen up and be able to walk on her own.
She's not showing any evidence that she's bothered by it, but that was a hard hit.
So Iriafen walked off
With 1:40 left and a 23-point lead. Can't trade it. Third quarter and then fourth quarter for USC, but there was a while where this was kind of an eyebrow raiser. Well, we expected a competitive game coming in to the weekend. Didn't know what to. Olsen pull-up jumper is good, so she's up to 9 points, but they can figure out a way to make it work. Trojans still trying to pile it on late. Foul on Clarice Akunwafo coming in. First Big Ten home game in program history, and USC beats Michigan by 20 in this top 25 matchup.